Alright everyone, it's Alex and Joe from Radd Time, and we're here today to go over the Bowen painted Silver Surfer. We're going to go over him and do the usual, measure him and let you know what we think. So keep watching, guys and girls.
Yo, like Alex was saying, we're going to be looking over the Bowen Designs painted Silver Surfer. Now this is one of 1,000 pieces made. This was done in 2005, and I'm going to give you a spoiler right now. This, for me, is the best Silver Surfer on the market in any scale. That's my opinion. I love this piece. I've loved it since the first minute I saw it, and I still love it today.
Usual, like, comment, subscribe,
share. Peace. Thank you very much. See you next week. Bye.
So yeah, this is based on the old artwork. So this is more.
This is the box.
Like Jack Kirby. Yeah, I'm talking.
Sorry.
It's based on like the Jack Kirby art, so he has got his pants on there.
I like that though, mate.
Yeah, I do as well. I think there's something about that I do quite like. And this is from like the Silver Surfer one cover, which I've got a copy here, so I'll put myself shirt. I've got a few other Silver Surfer keys. This is in the first appearance as well, which is Fantastic Four number 48, which is probably one of the most ugliest covers ever. Really don't like it. It looks like my sister's ex-husband on there. And this is not a really nice cover. But funny enough, the one after that, which is the first cover appearance, 49, is probably one of my favourite covers, and really nice. And then obviously this one, just to show them here.
Just to share them with you, just in case you're just in case you're into some keys. This is the box. Now this is quite interesting as well, because on there is the chrome, and on there it's painted.
Yeah.
So I think this was the same box, yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, they do that as well, even with...
it's clever. Some of the even says two versions available. Chrome-plated version and painted version.
Well, what happened is...
14 inches tall, and I believe this is sculpted by the man himself, Randy Bowen.
Well, what they were doing before is they were actually reusing the boxes, even when you look at the mini busts. And you have the classic Punisher and the regular Punisher, and you have the She-Hulk and the Fantastic Four She-Hulk. They all have the same boxes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Frankie Ray and the other one, they have the... all they do is they put like an exclusive sticker on them.
Now, there is actually 3 versions of this statue. So there's this version, which is the painted version. Now, this version has a bite-sized chunk out of the base, which is to signify sort of Galactus and being the herald of Galactus and such and such. There is a chrome version, which people try to get ludicrous money for, which I personally am not the biggest fan of. And which doesn't have the bite out of the base, and I think the bottom of this is black. And he's chrome. And then there is the faux bronze version, which is
released later on.
Which is and it's quite a low ES. I think it's about 198 or 200 odd. Very low ES.
I remember when
slow.
We were looking at pieces, and I mean this was a few years ago now, but when we were looking, I remember the faux bronze used to pop up and be the cheapest one of the 3. It
was the cheapest of the 3. I do believe that this is the definitive version because of the bite, and I like the chrome base, and I also like the paint on this more. I'm not a fan of chrome really anyway, and certainly not for Silver Surfer, it's just a personal preference. So, and it is really light. It's lighter than this, the chrome version. So, you know.
I don't know about that.
It is, I've held them both. I put that in the base and I helm the chrome. This one's slightly heavier than the other one.
Yeah, as you were just saying, so starting off from the bottom, you've got the chrome base on here, which on the chrome version we believe is black, from memory. You also got the meteor here, which again on the other one doesn't have the bite mark, which I actually think the bite mark is really cool.
It is really cool, isn't it?
I like that idea.
Yeah, it's
cool. There's a nice little nod.
It's an Easter egg that is really subtle, but it's pretty cool.
And again, it's just like, I mean, it's just weird, really. It's just like sad. It's like one of those little things that like you look at it and you're like, you know,
good job.
A little nod, and you're like, oh, you'd like this, you know. Then you move into the figure, and the sculpture's great. It's very, again, exactly the same as what we say.
Looks like Olympic swimmer.
Looks like it's just come off a page of a comic book. I mean, really great sculpt.
You can turn around and say like the calves, I think, join, and maybe the top of the thighs join. It's something that you can probably say that in today's standards would never really be tolerated. You know, you could probably have a case for that, maybe an argument for that. But it's one of the things that in this era, in 2005 when this was made, it was something that we saw standing statues do quite a bit.
Well, I think also what you have to bear in mind is when Bowen's came out, they were very, very reasonably priced. I mean, he made them so that they were a higher edition size at the time, and the price was lower, so they're more affordable for people to pick up. Also, that the footprints were smaller so that people could put
buy more
on the shelf, and that way, you know, he'll be getting more return customers if the price was fair. So, very smart business model, rather than having a lower edition size and a higher initial charge for them.
Sculpt on this is immaculate, beautifully done. Clean. The balance of musculature is just perfect. Yeah. The quads are just fantastically well done. You can make out all the muscles that should be there. When you're looking at it from behind now, as it turns, you even look at his sort of serratus into his back, and you can see that one arm is in a different position holding something, so the trap is not symmetrical, and that's very, very good. The other arm, the right arm, is down and straight and almost flexing his tricep, so there's much more engagement on that arm, and you can see that compared to the left one, which isn't straight, so it doesn't have the same bulginess to it. And this is just what you would call really balanced, somebody who knows what they're doing in terms of the sculpt, in terms of knowing what your body's doing and how those muscles engage when you do certain things. And it's very, very good.
One of the things is, like, on first glance, you could be probably guilty of saying or doing is about going, yeah, it's quite basic, it's quite that, but when you actually break it down and look into it, I mean, he is a very kind of plain character, but because of the fact he doesn't have any clothing or any kind of, like, big things to cover up the body sculpt, it's a lot harder to pull off.
Yeah.
And
and it would be very easy because the shoulder positions are almost identical from behind to make him completely symmetrical.
Yeah.
So to make him like have his traps, his teres minor, his infraspinatus, all of his like rotator cuff muscle groups and back, have them completely symmetrical. That would be attractive, very attractive, but it's not accurate because, like I'm saying, one arm is doing something, the other arm's doing something else, so therefore the back is not doing the same things on either side, and he has managed to capture that absolutely perfectly. I think this is a majestic sculpt. I think it's absolutely amazing.
I'm going to say as well, I mean, we saw the sculpt probably the chrome, maybe 5 years, maybe more.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 years ago.
Yeah.
We saw it at George's house, we did the review of it, and I wasn't that impressed. I was a bit like, meh. And I think we may have seen it again at Tom's house.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, well, we had about 3 inches of dust on it. But, again, wasn't really that impressed by it. But seeing the painted version today in front of me, I don't really think I've seen the painted one before.
We haven't.
And
we've never seen it.
I think the painted version is far, far superior to the chrome. I think the chrome one, the ones that I've seen, had a lot more defects on them. A lot
of mottling, isn't it?
It's like a weird,
black sort of speckles and mottling and dullness, brightness and dullness, brightness and dullness. It wasn't all.
It's just like where the chrome is coming away, and it's kind of like it almost looks like scuffing, but it's not. It's to do with just the chrome
lifts off.
Over the years, it lifts off.
It lifts off the
I think the painted version, again, this is 15 years old, and it looks great.
Still the king for me, easily still the king.
Yeah.
I love the fact it's seamless. I love the fact, that there's just everything about it is balanced and well positioned and well proportioned.
I'm really surprised. When they make like full scale Silver Surfer pieces, they always opt to go, all right, we're not going to do pants. They always opt to go that way.
Yeah.
But that would be the smartest way to do it.
100%, yeah.
If you want to sculpt it with no seams, that would be the total smartest way to do it. Is have him with his pants on, Jack Kirby style, literally switch out, put the torso on, boom. It's perfect.
You could have a switch out torso, couldn't you? You could change things.
You could.
You wouldn't need to mess with any of the heads or anything like that.
Yeah, rather than having switch out the delts and stuff.
It's the reason why I wanted the Sideshow one as well. Because it's exactly that. It's seamless. It's as close to this as you're going to get in quarter scale because it's seamless. You can give 20 heads, you can give 30 heads, 10 arms. It don't matter. With this piece proves that if you do it right the first time, you don't need fucking anything else. And this is right. There's something about it as well. There's something about the pose that captures the surfer to me. It's like defiance. There's a defiance to it, which I like. Or the two ways that I look at it, right? One is sort of a defiance, right? Sort of like, I'm not happy And the other one is like subjugation, but under stress. I get that from it when I look at it. I know the character, but I get it. He doesn't look happy and he doesn't look angry. He just looks like he's doing a job either that he doesn't want to do or, fuck, I hate you. It's got that feeling. Do you get that from it? I just get that when I look at it. I see that. I see it sort of like, you know, I'm doing this because I have to do it. And I think that's great because I feel that when I look at it.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't feel it when I look at other ones, you know? So
I just think
I think that surfer head, you know, where he's like, I think that's meant to be that, but I don't think he comes like, it's like crying. It doesn't really work. I think that's what they were going for, but it didn't work.
No, I think that there's the facial expression's done really well. The eyes, where he's got the white eyes with the black outline, really, really, really nice. And I'm actually lately I've been well tempted to pick up some Bowens.
Don't blame you, dude.
I picked up a load of busts, and now
I get very tempted myself.
There's a few I'm looking at, and I'm like, maybe I should just get that one. But I just know the way if I get one, I've got to get another one, and I've got to...
Well, Mike's gone that way.
Yeah.
Mike's been picking up. He's picked up this Mephisto, Tarax. He's picked up a few, and Tarax is a very nice piece as well. Like very good if you're into that character. I mean, there's always worth going back if it's good.
Right, let's get on to business. And so height of this piece?
14 inches. Yes.
No.
13.
15.
Really?
And shy of 15 and a half.
I tell you something, that's what you have to bear that in mind as well, because if you look at this box, it's 14 inches tall overall. You haven't made a mistake. You haven't made a mistake. Before you even think that you're retarded, you haven't. It happens a lot.
Oh, look, 15.
Right? Now measure him. No, measure him from his head. I bet you it's a shade over 14 inches tall.
How is that?
No, from the base to his head.
Oh.
I bet you.
14 and a half.
Right? That's what that is.
Yeah.
And you know who else did that? PCS when they did Guile. They measured the statue and not his arms above his head. So they measured to his head.
And then he's about... when that board comes out a little bit, about 5.5 wide, which is about 14 centimeters, and depth-wise, it's about the same. You know, just probably about 5, which is about 13.
Excuse me.
So I mean, very
great shade on that. Light and dark.
Yeah, all the craters.
Dark side of the moon.
Craters with the white.
Yeah, but it's like light and then dark at the bottom. See where the paint sort of, where the light is reflecting off the surfer onto the crater.
Well, you've got to use like blues and purple.
I just mean I'm going to say it again. It's in case you didn't hear me. This is the best surfer. This is the best silver surfer on the market, bar none, in any scale. That's what I'm going to tell you. And it's so good that I want it. You know, that's the bottom line is I want this piece. I wanted it a long time ago to go with my Thanos and my Apocalypse before I got Strife. And looking at it now, I still want it. Nothing's changed. Yeah. And that's it. That's when you know when it's good. You sit it down, you get it out, you look at it and you're like, I want this in my collection. That's how good it is. Very good.
Yeah, I actually think I might want this, but I think the price for this is quite high.
It is high. But it's not spastic high if you don't get the chrome. And this is what people have not understood yet. People are spending £750, £800 on the chrome. Yeah. And this, you can pick this up for probably about £6. And I think this is worth that kind of money, £500-600 if you can pay it, if you can get it.
Pay? Well, 600.
That's pretty much what you can get it for.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot for what it is.
Yeah.
But it's not a lot for what you get because you get probably the definitive and best version of the character that there is, and that's it's like Maestro. I want that piece badly. I just can't. I can't see myself paying over £500-600 for it. I just can't do it. It's not going to happen.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
Is that me? Oh yeah.
Not good,
Hopefully they can hear you.
Hopefully they could have heard me that whole time when I didn't wear my mic. Might film that again. No joke. All right. So
me.
Well, I was leaning quite close to you, so it should be.
That's right.
All right. Do the usual. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Huge thank you to Mike for bringing this over. I think. And ring the bell. Make sure you join our Facebook group. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, the
Radd
socials are down below.
Yeah, all the business. All the business.
Mad love team. Be
Mad
safe.
love. Bye-bye.
Bye.